My pheromones, they'll make you moan, keep you up all night, make you snore in the morning. Take a bottle of wine to explore your spine, undress your breasts and start adoring. And you can tell yourself you don't have any money to support it. You can tell yourself you don't have any money to support it. I'll make a moment till your heart breaks just like mine. I'll make a moment till your heart breaks just like mine. I'll make a moment till your heart breaks just like mine. And it's only 'cause you broke mine. I'll make a moment till your heart breaks just like mine. And it's only 'cause you broke mine. I can't abstain and can't complain, though you talk all night, keep me up till the morning. Take a hit of the pipe to explode your mind, undress your breast, keep me from boring. You can kill yourself, don't have any pity to support it. You can kill yourself.
Hello everyone. Welcome to another Endure the King. Figured might as well start with this. Let me get the thing I'm looking for right here. There we go. Put that up there. As you can see, got some bad news about the template. I'm changing some stuff up. I'm changing it all up. I'm working on it. I am gonna start to change the template slowly but surely. So that's why I removed some of the Cleo pics. I got rid of the Fooly Cooly girl. But it's all gonna change because I am gonna try to work on a better template for videos and streams as well. There's a lot of stuff I'm changing, a lot of stuff I'm fixing. It's stuff that I think it's been long overdue. It's been long overdue. By the way, Nader, I did cover the state of the stream address. That's another video. I did that last week. So I'm not gonna rewatch that video again. I might watch like pre-streams and stuff, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So, as always, I like to go through the questions and see if there's a question I want to answer. Let me check. I want to make sure the volume is good. Okay. If anything needs to be changed, let me know in the chats. I have Freedom Chat open and I have YouTube Chat open, so you guys have options. So the first question is, are combos or other strategies more important in fighting games? Honestly, if you ask me what is more important, like, sorry, I just had lunch and I keep thinking I have like grease on my face and it's bothering me, dude. But, oh my god. My opinion is, I think basic combos are important. I think if you're gonna do a fighting game, if you're gonna go into a fighting game, I think it's more important to know the basics of characters that you're playing as. Get like find a character that is simple. You know, for me, I started playing Street Fighter 4. That was my real first fighting game that I got into, and my first character was Ken. Ironically, I like Ken in Street Fighter 4. I played as him for a bit, and you know he's a good character if you're just starting out as a into fighters. I think Ken Ryu, those kind of characters I think are good to get into. Then I would recommend kind of going outside of that box and go into other characters. You know, I went from Ken to Cody, then Cody to Karen, then Karen to Ibuki, Armika, all these other characters. So I always try to go with characters that I want to see, and right now I'm gravitating to Laura, Karen, and Cody. Those are my three like pocket characters I play as. Cody's my main though. TBH. What? Oh. Freedom Chat's throwing me off. I'm looking at Freedom Chat and I see dead. And I'm like, wait, is my stream dead? What? Very, very weird. So let's get into this.
Moving forward.
I like the timestamp leads you to a fucking sniff. The first thing you hear when you click on the timestamp.
Let's answer some more questions. The next question is from Jamal. He says, hey Phil, as you may remember, I'm a big fighting game fan, and one fighting game that I played a lot and was pretty good at was Street Fighter 4. I mained Ryu, and one of the biggest criticisms that I had when I played people online was my lack of pro-level combos.
Honestly, when I play Street Fighter online, be it 4 or 5, whatever, I have like no fucking, I'm not a fucking pro level player. I play for fun. I mean, I personally don't think it's fun getting into Street Fighter and being like, oh, I want to be the best. You know, I like being good. I like being as good as I can get, but that is what it is.
I mostly used basic combos that were easy to pull off and did decent damage. I focused more on using different techniques and strategies to beat my opponents. I always thought that learning the different strategies to beat certain people and characters was more important than learning a bunch of combos.
Wait, what?
Damage, criticisms that I had when I played people on. He says, hey Phil, as you may remember, I'm a big fighting game fan, and one fighting game that I played a lot and was pretty good at was Street Fighter 4. I mained Ryu, and one of the biggest criticisms that I had when I played people online was my lack of pro-level combos. I mostly used basic combos that were easy to pull off and did decent damage. I focused more on using different techniques and strategies to beat my opponents. I always thought that learning the different...
So then he knows how to play the game? If he's doing other kind of strategies... Oh my god, my back is itchy. Hey, Space, I fucking see you. I see you in chat. Wow. Hey, Proxicon. But he said, like, oh, I don't know how to play the game, but I know how to use strategies and techniques. So, but in order for you to do strategies and techniques and stuff like that, you kind of have to have a good understanding of the game. Like, I have a good understanding of Street Fighter and Street Fighter 5. Like, I can kind of do crush counters. Like, I kind of can do them. But whatever.
Strategies to beat certain people and characters was more important than learning a bunch of combos. This was due to the fact that the person would know a lot of technical combos in the game.
Well, just because you know combos doesn't mean that it's going to work. I mean, if you know how to fight against a certain player, you're going to be doing combos. Like, I mean, unless you're literally just doing this, then that's not really a technique. But, okay.
But then it would be useless because they can't get to their opponent and have the opportunity.
Being Greek, how do you feel that they've added the Greek language to Red Dead Online? That is quite impressive. Part of me wants to see how good it is. I kind of want to go and when I pick Red Dead Online, I want to try it in Greek. I want to hear what a Greek cowboy sounds like. You have like, oh, I reckon, you know, the fuck, gotta loot this thing. How's it gonna sound like it in Greek? I want to see.
Need to execute them. And then learning a bunch of combos. This was due to the fact that the person would know a lot of technical combos in the game, but then it would be useless.
Calimera, Arthur. I don't know how to say that. That Malaka Pinkerton.
Because they can't get to their opponent and have the opportunity to execute them. Knowing that you used to be a pro gamer, I wanted to ask you, what do you think is more important in terms of playing a fighting game? Learning the combos or learning strategies? Thank you for
Oh yeah, let's listen to DSP's choice. He only learns combos. He doesn't learn anything else. Watch his Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite gameplay, Street Fighter V gameplay, Third Strike gameplay, Alpha gameplay. Like, he does the same fucking basic shit. Basic shit. Oh, stomp. Oh, you're in the air, super. Whatever the fuck. It's same garbage.
question, Phil, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Greek Lukey Luke.
What Jamal is discussing, or describing, excuse me, for those who are not savvy when it comes to competitive fighting games, there's different aspects to a competitive fighting game that if you're going to be a competitive player, you need to master or learn about.
Ο Λούκι Λουκ να το σφαιριά εκεί στο Far West μακριά παρέα με την τόλη του ορμά. Σε κάθε τσακωμό η καυγά όλους τους κακούς νικά και σαν τις μύγες κάτω.
I'm not gonna lie. I vaguely remember this. I vaguely remember this on on TV. And the thing is that they had a game. They had a Lukey Luke game in Greece that I got from my Game Boy. And the game was pretty good. The game was a lot of fun, actually. I don't know if I still have Lukey Luke on Game Boy, but I played it, and it was pretty fun.
Έχω σπουδαία, ναι. Με λένε Big Pete, είμαι Χριστοθύρας και βρήκα μια φλέβα χρυσού στο κτήμα μου. Είναι πολύ κοντά στο ποταμό του Χόμπι. Το κακό είναι ότι είμαι γέρος και άρρωστος. Το σηκώτη.
Well, I mean, I obviously Lukey Luke wasn't a Greek-only thing. I think it was an overall show that everyone could see.
One would be matchup knowledge. There's different aspects to it. What Jamal is discussing, or describing, excuse me, for those who are not savvy when it comes to competitive fighting games, there's different aspects to a competitive fighting game.
Jamal or whatever kind of explained his question pretty well. I don't need to know what his question meant. Like, if he said there was like, oh, I don't know, the frame damage, the frame traps, hitboxes, that kind of stuff, like frame advantage, I can understand him wanting to describe what that means, or what a flowchart is. But Jarrell pretty much explained his question pretty straightforward.
That if you're going to be a competitive player, you need to master or at least learn about.
I think he knows how silly he looks in a hat.
Matchup knowledge,
TBH.
fundamentals, and general understanding of the game engine. What that means is in
Game
any
engine.
situation, knowing exactly what to expect. If you're going to face a certain character like Chun-Li in Street Fighter, gee, what are her strengths? What are her weaknesses? How are people going to use that character? Will it be more of an offensive rushdown style, or is she played more as a keep-away defensive style in this game? Does she have domination in the air? Does she have really good jumping moves, or is she based more on the ground? Knowing those factors, when you face certain characters in certain fighting games, you will know how to play a certain matchup better than others, rather than just going in, I don't know what's going to happen in this match, I'll just try a basic strategy that I know with my character and see what happens, okay? The more you play and learn about a fighting game...
But the thing is that the flaw with this is that not everyone plays in a particular way. Like, I've literally seen someone play as Ken and just do command grab. The, square and X grab. I've literally seen Kens do that online. Ken's a fucking Shoto. He has fucking dragon. He has a Shoryuken, Hadouken, the spin kick. You know, all these tools. And the person I played against did nothing but grab. Nothing but grab. And then I saw a Gaia player that didn't do sonic booms or flash kicks and did just nothing but jabs. And then I saw a guy who played as Sagat and did nothing but Tiger Punch and Tiger Fire. I mean, you're literally not gonna. Oh, you want me to up the pig? Okay, I'll up the pig. I'll up the pig, and you're all gonna regret it. You're all gonna regret it.
Game, the better you get at what's called fundamentals or matchup knowledge, and therefore you can win matches even not knowing top level combos or maybe top high damage output combos. You could still win, because if that person cannot defeat your fundamental strategy of how to keep them away or counter what they're doing, they can't win.
I also like when I play fighting games, I just do whatever. I kind of just fuck around pretty much, because it's really unpredictable. Like, no one's gonna know exactly how I'm gonna fucking play as. Like, if I play as Cody, you're not gonna know. Like, you might assume, oh, he's gonna zone me with the tornado and then do a sweep kick or whatever. I might not do that all the time. Or, you know, I might use that dial-up combo he has. Well, I might not do that all the time either. Like, I just gotta do whatever. Whatever that I think would work. Because if I just do whatever, you can't guess what I'm gonna do. I'm like Mugen from Samurai Champloo. I'm like him. I'm like that. Think about that. Think Samurai Champloo.
Doesn't matter what they know. And I think that's the point that Jamal is making here is it doesn't matter if you know a 100-hit combo in a fighting game that can instantly kill the person. If you can't land one hit on that person, you can't win, right? On the flip side of that, if you're going to become competitive at a fighting game, you want to learn the optimal strategies and optimal damage output combos for whatever character or characters you're going to decide to play at a competitive level. So, for example, sure, if you're playing Street Fighter, a basic combo with Ryu is jump in and do an attack in the air, land and do a medium kick. And
do you know how dumb that is to do a fucking jump in Street Fighter 5? Like, you really have to pray that your opponent doesn't know what the fuck to do, because literally heavy punch, I think sometimes it's either backing up or forward up, whatever. Like, for example, Cody, he does this, and that can knock you fucking out of the air. Or he has that high ruffian kick. I mean, jumping kick, what the fuck? Jump-ins can work, but, I mean, I wouldn't use it in a combo. Maybe to get a first hit, maybe. Or to close in the range, but I don't know.
Throw a fireball. It's a 3-hit combo that's been present since Street Fighter 2, and
it's not a good
really
combo.
Hasn't changed. It's pretty much present in every major Street Fighter game.
It's a scrubby combo.
But you could just use that combo and say it's super easy to do. I'll just do it all the time. But what you're going to find is that, sadly,
but I'm going to download you.
In competitive play, people who know better combos than you are going to get better advantage. Because let's say, oh, you got the opening, you do this much damage, right? Well, they get an opening and they do this much damage. It's not proportionate, and therefore they're always going to have an advantage. Oh, you got the opening, you do this much damage, right? Well, they get an opening and they do this much damage. It's not.
They get an opening. Well, if you do a combo, you want to do long combos. If you do a basic combo like jump in fireball, which is fucking dumb, if you ask me, because it immediately closes the combo. Like, I try to add like some jabs. Like, Street Fighter 5, to me at least, is a game that's centered around your special moves and jabs. Like, you kind of have to, you can extend combos with moves, you can extend stuff with jabs, you can start a combo with a jab. You really have to do a lot of that. I think what DSP falls down into is that he just does nothing but special moves, but that's not a good system to play as, because not everyone has a good move list. Like, Juri has such a garbage special move selection, but she makes up with that with all of her crazy jabs she has. She has a very good medium jab, a medium kick. She has a good medium punch, a heavy punch. Like, she has really good jabs to kind of continue stuff, and that's kind of the point of Street Fighter 5. And to an extent, you kind of do the same thing with Street Fighter in general. But he doesn't like to do that. He just wants to do just nothing but fucking special moves. Like that Zangief 360 he spams a lot.
Proportionate, and therefore they're always going to have an advantage over you, okay? So basically, when you're learning a fighting game, it is a combination of everything. It's learning matchups and strategies, fundamentals about the game, you know, general knowledge about each character, and in a matchup, like your specific character against that character, what works, what doesn't work, and then essentially also going over the top and trying to learn, the high level damage output stuff. Okay, what's more important in reality?
To me, I think this is just fluff. If you spend a match just thinking what move is going to do the most damage, you're going to get bodied, I feel like. Because you're going to be thinking about what move to use that's going to give you most damage than what is viable.
It is the fundamental knowledge. It is, because if you don't have the knowledge to how to land the hit, it doesn't matter how much damage you deal when you do land the hit if you can't land it. You see what I mean? But if you are going to be a competitive player, you also do need to practice and learn those high-level combos and the like. It has to be both sides of the fence. You can't just say, oh, I know the game fundamentally, and then expect...
The question was, which is the most important to learn? The most important. The most important thing you can learn in Street Fighter is fucking basic moves. Basic shit. That's literally all you need to learn. Because if you know that, then that's gonna fuel you to try other things, and you're just gonna amass knowledge from there. So, yeah, technically DSP is right, but the answer to the question is to say that the most important would be basic gameplay, but whatever. With the gunfights, I focus on what gun does the most damage. That's so will I get bodied? Well, those are gunfights. That's different.
To beat top players who have that same knowledge you do, plus they've mastered all the high-level damage output combos and the like. You see what I mean? It's both. So I would say fundamentally that knowledge, the strategies and all that, the matchup knowledge is more important. But then you eventually, if you're going to go the next level, you have to learn the more important damage output stuff as well. So there you go.
Wow.
All right, a couple shout-outs here.
Answer. What a really bad answer, by the way. Let's go through the next question. Thoughts on memes, positive and negative. Okay. My thoughts on the memes. I don't mind the memes. To me, where I draw the line is if I get tired of seeing it. Like if I just see the same meme over and over and over and over and over, I'm probably gonna say, okay, that's enough. Like, there was a meme with Cleo being a fat rabbit and people eating her. And I understand the joke, I got the joke, and I thought it was funny at first. But that joke ran its course. It's like, okay, I get the meme. And it started to lose the novelty to me. And that's not to say, if you still think that's funny, that's on you. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking tell you to stop having fun, but I could tell you I'm tired of seeing it, opposed to me or whatever, you know, like, it's all about, just being relaxed with it, because if you just sit here and be like, oh, fuck you, man, oh, eat my rabbit, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, dude. You know, that's not gonna really solve anything. But I can say, oh, I'm getting tired of this meme. I'm getting tired of it. That's fine. Because, you know, I'm talking to you like a person. I'm not talking down to you because you think something's funny that I don't. You know, it depends. That's how I see it. It depends on how comfortable I am with it. And if you're comfortable with something that I'm not, I'll just let you know. You know, there's no point in me being mad that you said something that you think that I'm going to be okay with, because you don't know that. So if you say a joke that you think is funny with that intention, and I don't think it's funny, I can tell you I don't think it's funny, and leave it at that. I'm not going to insult you for it or ban you for it. I mean, unless it's something that's like, you know, offensive as fuck, but, you know, if it's something that's like, okay, I don't think that's funny, that's just how it is. It's just, think that negative memes, but in general, let's say, okay, let's expand the question to everyone. Like, what are my thoughts on positive and negative memes directed to people in general? Positive memes are positive memes. Who fucking cares? Negative memes, I think it depends on the person. Like, sometimes when I see people, like I'm gonna use Seidela as an example. At first, let's say, last year, people started making fun of Seidela out of nowhere. I'd probably feel bad. I'd be like, oh, that's a little, extreme. I mean, this guy is handicapped, he's special needs, whatever, you know, it's kind of, shitty to go after this guy. But, in the context that he kind of he went to DSP's chat when he was there and kind of incited a lot of negativity and was toxic himself, it's like, I can't really feel bad because he kind of brought it on himself. You know, it's like, okay, you know, I would have felt bad, but you're not doing yourself any favors by just constantly saying, I want to kill this guy, fuck this guy's this guy's that, fuck you, and be serious about it. You know, DSP, as an example as well, our golden boy, you know, started that way. You know, people probably felt bad for him for being made fun of, but now it's like he has made himself such a shitty person that no one feels sympathetic to him. You know, no one feels bad that he had gout. No one feels bad that Leanna left him. No one felt bad that, you know, he owes so much in taxes. I mean, it sucks that he owes so much in taxes, but not a lot of people feel bad for him because he's so reckless with his money. And that's the kind of stuff that I take into account when I see people send negative memes to people. Like, when I see people, like, block someone, and they're like, oh, look at this person blocked me. Sensitivity, man, he's sensitive. But they have that tool. It sort of gives people these tools to deal with it. And if they want to block you because they don't want to deal with it, they have that right. I've never had an issue with people blocking people in general, but DSP blocks people for dumb fucking reasons. Like, you can literally just go up to him on Twitter and just kind of say, hey, DSP, I don't like this playthrough, the stream sucks, or whatever, and you could get blocked for that. I mean, I got blocked for saying I like Street Fighter V. Or having fun with it, you know? How dare I tell people I had fun with the game? Whoops. It's that kind of shit, you know? It really depends on the person that you go after. You know, and some people might make their own justifications why they go after that person, and I could disagree with that. Like, you know, you could say to me, well, I'm going after this person because of this, and I might not agree with that reason, and I could say, like, look, I don't agree with that. I don't think that's necessarily fair, but, you know, this is my opinion of it. It just depends on all these factors. I mean, that's just my opinion on it. I mean, some people have thicker skin than others, you know? Some people might not want to deal with seeing negative stuff directed to them, so they might block you, and they may not like it, you know? Usually when I go after someone, if I do a video, like, I kind of learned it from Coolman, because I went after this one guy, Coolman. That was his name. And the guy was just fucking wasn't worth it, and at the same time, he was just a kid that just wanted to have fun. And I felt bad that I kind of went really extra on that guy, because he didn't really deserve the level that I kind of did shit to him. Like, I made videos about him, and I think that was a little too far. I think just that kind of shit was a little dumb, but it is what it is. Dovahkiin, if I asked him to do that, he'd be like, he probably knows who I am at this point. He banned me from fucking Twitch and I can't get back in. I don't even know what I did. I don't remember what I did to get banned. The only thing I remember was that Liquid MK unbanned me, and then I said hello, and then DSP said, hey, and then I got banned.
Shout out to Kate.
Kate?
Said, I can't decide which dessert to make, strawberry cheesecake or banana pudding. They're both good. Both of those are
Oh
good.
wow, K with the hard hitting questions.
I guess it's do you feel more like a non-solid or a solid? Do you like bananas or strawberries better? I don't know. Golden Colts did 100-bit cheer. He says, Happy Turkey Day. Make sure to put lots of salt on your turkey. And he did the salt pouring emo, or the salt pouring. Is it an emo? Whatever it is.
It's a fucking emo.
For Twitch. Very nice. Lollipop cheered. And now he's talking about illegal just restreaming. I'm not going to address that. Sorry. We're not bringing up negative stuff on Thanksgiving stream.
Lollipop should have been banned months ago. But whatever. It is what it is.
Stream. We're not derailing stuff. Thank you to Insomniatic Meat for 100-bit cheer. Appreciate that. And 2-Bar King also just did 100-bit cheer. So thanks, everyone, for the contributions. All right. Let's
for the contributions.
Continue on to the next question, shall we? Okay.
Yeah, he's that snorts, man.
All right. So the next person actually asked 2 questions. Black Spawn 89 asks the following. Given this is your 10-year anniversary, I feel this question might be most appropriate as a way to reflect your decade-long run of content creating. Over the years, there have been countless memes made for you, some more offensive and personal than others. Some range from why am I toxic to thanks for the money dummies. I know a vast majority of the memes you either don't get...
Why am I toxic is literally the whatever.
Loathe, but what would you say all the memes you've heard, what's your favorite and least favorite and why?
Okay. So now let's go back to the DSP memes. What are my favorite DSP memes? Well, it's obviously, why am I toxic? I like that. What was the other one? I think there was one that Tevin has it on soundboard, but I can't remember it. I can't think of it. My least favorite, I'd probably go with the fapping, because that's such a bland meme, and even DSP fucking loves it. So fuck that meme. The DSP fap can go away. Bye bye DSP fap. Fuck off. Let's just keep why am I toxic and other stuff.
You know, some people get this impression I'm anti-meme. I'm not.
Yeah, people told him where he came from, Cloudman. It was from people told me it was from a Dark Souls playthrough where shit was going on. I said, why am I toxic?
As long as a meme is in the spirit of good-heartedness towards a content creator or a streamer, then it's fine. So, for example, nothing I can do, right? That's something that I've said over the years a million times. It's become a meme. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it because he could make money off it. But back in the day of YouTube, you would be banned for saying that. You would be banned.
Right? Me in a cowboy hat or saying certain things, you know, those are cool. But when you take a meme that's meant to...
Everything he just listed, he makes money off of. Weird.
Meant to be misrepresentative or meant to be hurtful to someone, that's when I think the meme's gone too far. Now, there's some memes about me that are just stupid, like I prefer a pene or whatever. Apparently, the meme is that pene means penis in Spanish.
Pene means penis? Now, here's the thing that's funny about this. Here's the... This is something. He was playing The Simpsons, and Lisa Simpson said in that game, I prefer pene, whatever. And DSP fucking lost his shit. He was like, ah, what? What? Dude, oh my god! He went like full fucking clown. Full clown over that. The next day, the detractors are saying pene means penis. So this taste for pene is retarded to begin. Is just in general retarded. It's the most retarded thing he bitches about. It doesn't matter. And if anything, you could just say it's funny, like, oh yeah, I prefer penne. It's easy to eat, dude. Heck. I mean, come on.
Or something. And so when you say that, oh, I prefer penne, it sounds like you prefer penis. How stupid is that? That's like a joke a 5-year-old would make.
And yet you laughed your ass off when The Simpsons made that joke. Oh.
On their fucking, their playground. It's so stupid.
Welcome to the playground, guys.
To me, it holds no weight whatsoever. Go ahead and use that meme as much as you like. I could use
Oh, yeah! Use the meme! How many fucking accounts were banned that had the word penne in it? How many people got banned for saying it? Yeah, clearly it doesn't bother him. It has no power, dude. Of course not. Okay.
Shit, right? But then there's things out there that are just blatant lies about me that people have turned into memes that are incredibly hurtful. And there's dumb people out there who don't actually watch my streams or videos, but they just believe the slanderous memes and things that...
Oh, like how you believed random people about Battlefield 5 being bad and Fallout 76 being bad? Oh. Whoops.
And just think it's fact. And that sadly is where things go into the realm of hurtful and painful.
See, this is kind of goes into what I've been saying about DSP for years. DSP literally thinks every viewer on the planet is a retard. He thinks they're retarded. Okay.
And that's when I don't agree with them.
I don't agree with them, dude. I agree.
The thing is, I, as a practice, say, we can have memes on the stream, just not negative ones. I don't want people coming in here with a meme about another streamer that apparently is really hurtful to them. I don't understand the frame of reference because I'm not that streamer and I don't watch their content.
Then why does it matter to you? Like, imagine being so fucking petty that you get offended more about another person's insult. That's like someone coming to me and searching on Tevin and then me getting really offended about that. Like, I could say, oh, I don't agree with that, but it's like me being like, oh my god, man, how dare you? I mean, you guys are fucking... I mean, come on. Why would anyone be more upset about other people like that? I mean, you could be like... saying like, oh, that's kind of fucked up, and say that, oh, that's shitty. That's a shitty thing to say. But I'm not gonna be like, oh my, I wouldn't act hurt. I don't know. Maybe I'm not describing it correctly. You know what? Never mind. Fuck it. I think I lost the plot here. So fuck, man. I'm a fucking idiot. Whoops.
And I'm just gonna say this 20 times in your stream. It's hilarious to reference. This is a guy who has really, concretely hurt another streamer, and we're just gonna keep referencing him in your chat all day today because it's a different chat and you don't know who this is. Har har har.
Oh yeah, Sean Rinklin really hurts DSP's feelings, dude. Don't mention Sean Rinklin.
But in my opinion, it really is. Like, okay, here's another one. Dave. Someone just called me Dave. Said, "What's poppin', Dave?" I don't care about that.
I don't care about that. What I think, I have a Theo theory, if you will. I think when he sees people call him Dave, he puts them on a watch list. He probably tells his mods in the mod chat, hey, this guy said, hey Dave, keep an eye on him, he might be a troll. I guarantee he either bans you on site for calling him Dave, or he just heavily moderates you. He probably just keeps an eye on you, making sure you stay in line. So if you go in there saying, hey Dave, just keep in mind, the mods are watching you, harder than anyone else. I just have a feeling that's what what goes on. Goddamn. Well, he does have a mods only room on his chat. I don't mind that he has a mod only room. Because I've seen people have mod only rooms. I think that does make sense to have. It's just that it's hard to trust DSP and the mods because DSP is kind of a
a silly meme. That's a silly thing where One time, and this was I think about a year ago, there was someone who came into a stream and cheered and called me Dave. Now, I don't know why they did. I don't know if they were just joking or it was a mistake. And I referenced it on the stream. It was funny. And since then, people jokingly call me Dave. There's nothing negative about that at all. What's wrong with that? That's fine. There's nothing that's going to come hurtful out of calling me Dave. You know what I mean? But, you know,
Well, Tommy, literally, that's really why when you see cheers saying, "Oh, I watched you on a detractor channel and I hated your guts, but now since I came into your stream, I love your content." Those are fucking memes. Because literally when you go to his fucking streams, you either get bored till you're out of your mind, or you see him be a toxic asshole.
You want to call me a thief. You want to call me a scammer. You want to call me a pedophile. You want to call
me a scammer.
Call me a racist. As a meme, that's not cool. Because then it becomes a viral thing that people believe that's
Then you should apologize to Tim Schafer.
completely untrue. Has no factual fucking basis whatsoever. So, you see what I mean? Memes can be funny, and memes can be part of a mentality of, wow, that's kind of funny that everyone kind of knows that about a certain person, but they could also be incredibly hurtful if they become...
But honestly, who here believes the pedophile meme? Because I don't really believe that. I think, you know, that it goes in the realm of technicalities. Like, if you really want to, like, you know, see it that way, you could probably make a case for it, but I don't know if I would necessarily consider DSP a pedo. I don't know. That's just me, I guess.
Become a common opinion that people just believe as a fact. You know what I mean? And you can't do that, you know? And that's why I don't allow that stuff. Is because of that. Like, I can't have people coming in here and saying stuff that's real super negative and stuff. I just can't, because, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the ultimate thing that I will never live down, and I know I will never, is my accident. Happened 2.5 years ago.
Guys, his accident. Dude, he fucking, it's like he's bragging about this accident. And I'm gonna say this, I was wrong about this. I fell for it. I fell for the marketing scheme. Apparently, DSP never said he was scratching his leg. Whoops.
And still to this day, it's brought up daily. It's never going to go away. You know what I mean? It was such an epic fail.
Epic fail. No, I wouldn't call that an epic fail. I would just call that a fail. But remember, he wanted to get on Drama Alert for that.
Of my life, right? And it's a meme everywhere. Can I do anything about it? No. Why should I get butthurt about it? But at the same time, if someone comes into the stream and derails, like, we're all having a good time at Chill Stream, is this the guy who publicly masturbated in front of thousands of children?
Is this the guy? Is this the guy?
And should have been banned and lifetime ban. None of that happened. Like, literally nothing of what was said there happened. But that's become like there's a version of...
But he could make that his own meme. He could literally take that meme and make it his own by saying that it's a meme because this guy was so dumb enough to think this. But DSP is not that bright because it requires too much thought.
Okay, Phil had a very embarrassing moment happen on stream, but luckily nothing actually was seen. It was just his face. There was no sound at the time. You know, it was an embarrassing.
Honestly, I would think it's more worse that there was no sound. I think all you heard was the PSN, the PS4 dashboard, and it was fucking eerie. It was dun 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 dun. You see how dumb that sounds? You see how creepy that sounds? It's like you hear a soothing song to a fucking guy orgasming. To me, that's fucking creepy. That's worse. You know, at least if you hear the fucking moans, it's like, okay, he's fucking doing it. They go, oh, like, wait a second. Does DSP literally just do, Wait, I got it. This is how he does it. That's how he does it. That's how. That is. The one night. So the first night Cat visited DSP, because this was probably the only time that DSP got any underwear time. He got in with Cat. They got in the bed together. They're doing this, and DSP is doing it. He's like, going crazy, and all of a sudden, Cat's like, and DSP's like, ek, 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 ek. That he does that. That's what he does. That's what he does. Oh God.
Moment, haha, make fun of him forever and rib him for it and move on, versus let's take that one moment and blow it into something that never happened. There wasn't thousands of people. There was actually less than 100 people on stream at the time. None of them were small children.
But a lot of kids saw it anyway because it got passed around the fucking internet. I mean, if Drama Alert got it, well,
no nudity, no audio, no, you know what I mean? Like,
literally, fucking Critical mentioned it. Drama Alert mentioned it. H3 probably knows about it. John probably knows about it. Mega 64 knows about it. Everyone knew about it. But my favorite thing was I just liked Mega 64's reaction, well, Rocco at least, because someone asked him told Rocco about it, and Rocco's response was it satire? As you may have inspired Space to make a new emote. Oh God. Well, Space has to confirm it, okay? We'll have to see.
Talking about.
What are you talking about?
You know what I mean? It's just insanity.
It's insanity.
So,
but I guarantee if someone mentions this, well, yeah, but that's not on my stream. That's Drama Alert. He's the one that passed out. It's his fault.
That's when it gets to the realm of negative, painful stuff that you can't let happen. That's just fucked up. So
yeah, but if you go out of your way to try to shut it down, it's only gonna get worse. Like, it kind of goes in what DSP said way back. Remember the pick your fight meme he tried to push on that he didn't really follow? But he needs to pick your fight on this shit. And he needs to know how to fucking curb it. Because if someone says, oh, DSP, you masturbate in front of children, what he could have said... By the way, what the fuck is small children? He's like, oh, people say I masturbate in front of small children. What the fuck is a small child? But if someone's saying, oh, you masturbate in front of kids, what he should have just said was that, look, on my stream, I don't think there's a lot of kids watching. If there is, then I apologize, but I don't think that happened. I know that Drama Alert passed the video around, and maybe kids saw it through that, but it wasn't initially in my audience, whatever, something like that, and people would be like, oh, okay, whatever. But it's like, I did not do that. No, I didn't. This is factually incorrect. It's just kind of dumb. Like the Escort Saga. Him just being a fucking dumbass about it. Huh, people are talking about this, well, I'm not telling. And it like, DSP in a way just allowed it to ramp up, as it did. Like, all they could have said was, there's no Escort, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And if you believe this, well, you're gonna be in for a world of disappointment when my girlfriend moves in.
Memeing is okay, as long as it's not meant in a very, very mean-spirited, slanderous way, and that's when you kind of have to say, whoa, wait a minute. It's one thing for this to go viral and funny because it was something that happened, it's a common thing, or an embarrassing moment. It's another thing entirely if you're now making shit up. I mean, if 1/10 of the stuff that's been said about me over the years was true, I would not be here on Twitch. I wouldn't be on YouTube. I would have been permanently banned.
Technically, he shouldn't have been be on Twitch. he got definitely suspended, and then he sucked some Twitch dick to get to 72 hours. Then he went back and be like, hey man, I'll suck your dick even harder. Got down to like a 48-hour suspension, and then got back on Twitch. Yeah, he wouldn't be on Twitch, right?
And a million years ago, it's all fucking bullshit. But people still believe it. I can't believe that Twitch and YouTube still allow DSP on them with all the stuff that he's done. I didn't do any of it.
You made multiple fucking AdSense accounts. You technically shouldn't even have an AdSense account. There's videos of you literally saying that you opened a fucking AdSense account for your gaming channel and for KO Gaming. There are two separate accounts. And then when YouTube was like, hey, wait a second, you have two accounts. We're gonna suspend this account. He was like, what the fuck? That's not true. That's bullshit. And then he somehow fucking tricked YouTube to giving him another AdSense account. So, yeah, he technically should not be able to monetize videos, and he technically should not even be on Twitch. I mean, he had to fucking beg Machinima to accept him. You know, Tevin brought up the whole thing with Hutch, and that's kind of proof that he technically shouldn't be monetized. He fucking begged Machinima to partner him. Okay.
You're just dumb. But again, they buy the memes, they believe them, okay? Okay, moving on. The next question from Black Spawn. He says, this question comes off after searching your channel for playthroughs of classic.
He's honestly lucky that Twitch does not retroactively apply the rules. He's really fucking lucky on that. And he's also lucky that Twitch doesn't really care if you delete the archive. Whoops.
Like the Donkey Kong Country trilogy, Super Metroid, or Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and getting no results.
Oh, shit, new question. Fuck. Why don't I do more retro playthroughs? You know, I started playing Rondo of Blood. I did a stream of me playing Castlevania Rondo of Blood. And that was a fun fucking stream. That was so fucking awesome. You know, I was playing that on Twitch, and I had, like, you know, a lot of people coming in, and it was such a cool fucking moment. You know, going through that, beating that wolf guy. You know, I beat the wolf boss, and I was, like, playing that, and I was like, oh, man, this guy's gonna be hard, and I want to persevere through it. And I was, like, going through the chat, I was like, chat, come on, guys! Fucking lend me your strength, and I was just fucking, it was so fucking chill and fun. I want to go back to Rondo of Blood. I love that game. And it was fun going between that and Symphony of the Night, and just, you know, messing around. It was so much fun. And that's the kind of stuff I enjoy. I had a lot of fun with those streams. I had a lot of fun with them. So, I want to do another stream. I might do one on Friday. No, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Since I hit a Patreon goal of doing consistent streaming, Friday is gonna be a Twitch stream. I'm gonna stream fucking Castlevania Rondo of Blood, baby, and that'll just be fun. It'll be a fun time.
Time and time again that you simply do not do retro playthroughs because it does not keep the audience's attention. But do you think this has to do with the age of the audience, or that consumers today have been almost brainwashed by having to pay attention to the brand new releases? And it's a little bit of everything. First of all, Black Spawn, what you got to understand is, even though, yes, I grew up at a time when those games were classics. Donkey Kong Country Trilogy,
who you are.
Symphony of the Night. What was the other one that you mentioned? Oh, Super Metroid, right? Yeah, those were huge games in the 90s. And to someone who's my age,
you know the thing about that Twitch guy that's really weird is that it was either a coincidence that he lost his job, or, you know what, because there is a rule in Twitch that you can't shit on other Twitch streamers. Like, if I go to Twitch, if I'm streaming on Twitch, I cannot shit on other Twitch streamers. Like, I can't, go extra on them. So, I mean, technically he broke a Twitch rule. Technically. But you saw what a pig can do. I'll tell you that. You saw, when you mess with a pig, you see what a pig can do.
I'm 36 years old. You might want to see me play that. But what you got to realize is that the internet generation isn't necessarily that age range. The internet generation is probably about 10 years younger. If
The
not
internet
more
generation. The internet generation.
point.
Yeah.
You might want to see me play that. But what you got to realize is that the internet generation isn't necessarily that age range. The internet generation is probably about 10 years younger, if not more at this point.
10 years younger. From what? From you? From DSP? From me? If it's 10 years from DSP, then it's my age. And I don't know about you, but I grew up in the SNES N64 era. Like I was born in the 90s. 1990. And you know, my first console was the N64. I played on the SNES on my friend's SNES at times. So I was aware of the bits and shit. And I still enjoy old games. I still enjoy classic games like that. Like, okay.
And you constantly have a new influx of viewers coming to the internet that, to them, the classics are PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and even last console generation games.
But even then, like, Atari, NES, SNES are still retro, though. Those are still retro. Does he think that in order for stuff to be retro, it has to be in your lifetime, and if it's something before you were born, it doesn't count? Oh, okay.
You see what I mean? And that's the fact of the matter.
Boxing
is
punch.
that
I don't know.
every generation you get a little step further away from your own age range. It's true. You know, when I started on YouTube,
wait, what?
Is that every generation you get a little step further away from your own age range. It's true. You know, when I started on YouTube in my 20s, you know, I was 26 years old when I started making videos for YouTube. A lot of the viewer base was more in my age range. You see what I mean? A lot of the viewer base was more in line with me and the stuff of my interests. So if I wanted to play an older game back then, well, a lot of people, oh, I know that game. That'd be awesome to see DSP play it. Today, if I play Super Metroid, 90% of the people watching me would be like, what the fuck is Super Metroid? Why do I keep...
Oh yeah, no one knows what Super Metroid is. They did a fucking re-release of that game. They did a remake of Super Metroid. Yeah, no one's gonna know what Super Metroid is. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that was that's released on the SNES Mini or whatever. Yeah, they don't know what that is. DSP, how come these classic consoles sold a lot? Oh, because of collectors. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, it was Metroid 2? Oh, whoops. Whoops, my bad.
care about this old pixely game. You see what I mean? And it doesn't...
But wouldn't they want to be... If they were gamers, though... Okay. If they were gamers that were watching DSP claims gamers watch him. Wouldn't they be interested in seeing where games come from? Like, you know, I got into MGS 3 was my first Metal Gear game, and I got into MGS 1, 2, and 4, and then I went back to play MG1 on the MSX. Well, that came with Subsistence. I played that, and I was like, oh, this is where it came from. Oh, this is where it started. You know, it's stuff that people might want to be interested in where games were and where they started from. You know, because when you have a hobby, you kind of want to know the history. You get interested in it. You get invested with it. You know, you're not going to sit there like, oh, it's Pixel? No. I mean, no one's like that. Unless you're fucking 5 or 4, or not 4, 6. And you're just starting. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a meme to think this, too, because, I mean, you could probably make the case that kids don't mind the kind of game that they play, but whatever.
It does annoy me. I'll be honest, it does annoy me, because, as you know, over the years I have attempted to play...
it also does, he does inadvertently admit that his viewers are kids if they don't know what Super Metroid is. So, GG DSP, you fucking admitted it. Yeah, you have kids as a fan base.
Certain retro games. I played Final Fantasy VI, I played Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and I did them all in one summer. I did this Summer of Retro event in 2013. And I really thought it was going to go down well. I thought people were really going to enjoy this event. It was actually the complete, utter opposite. My viewership absolutely plummeted that summer. And everyone complained, why am I playing old games? I should be playing new shit. And I was like, wow. Like,
wow.
Just compare it to me playing not that same summer, but I believe.
Well, maybe what it is that maybe you should be playing one game, like one type of game, all summer.
Summer before, I had done a summer of Grand Theft Auto. Now, to me, I never played the Grand Theft Auto games. Those were still considered retro games. You know, GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas were all older games. You know, already there had been games like Grand Theft Auto 4, and then very shortly after that, Grand Theft Auto 5 released. So those were retro games too. But
GTA 4 was retro. Oh, okay.
Generation, the PS1, PS2 era seemed to be retro to my viewing audience, while anything before that doesn't even exist. Why are you playing it? You see what
How are those not retro? That doesn't make any sense. It's still retro. It just means that it's whatever. Fuck it.
I mean, so it really depends, I think, on age range. Because I would love to go back right now and play a ton of games. I've said over the years, I would love to play Super Mario RPG. I would love to play Final Fantasy IV. I would love to play any of the Suikoden series. I would love to play Wild Arms. I want to go play Lost Odyssey someday. You know, these are all franchises of games that either I grew up with or over the years I've loved and wanted to go play. And I'm like, I can't do it because if I do it, I'm not going to have the audience retention that I need.
But you're a Twitch streamer. I like how he says this during a phase that he's saying, oh, it's not about the attention now. It's not about the view numbers. It's all about the participation and contributions on stream, man. It's great. Every time he plays a JRPG, the whales come in and shower him with money. And here he's telling us, well, I need the retention, dude. Okay.
You know, just take a look at Dragon Quest XI. Dragon Quest XI is a brand new RPG, in my opinion, the best one this year, much better than, say, Ni no Kuni 2. I get, like, not even 200 viewers a stream, although I will say this.
It's not about the viewers. It's not about the view count. Oh, wait. View count.
People have been incredibly supportive during the Dragon Quest XI streams, to the point where that's why I've played the game as long as I have. People come in and say, wow, even though this isn't a huge viewing audience, let's be supportive of Phil on these streams so he'll...
Yeah, that's how viewers sound. They go to a streamer like, wow, there's nobody here. Let's give him money, guys. Guys. There's 77 people watching my stream. Time to pay up. Give me money. Sound good?
Continue to play the games, and I do, and then it's worked out. I've now played the game over 70 hours, and it still ends up being something that I can do because streaming is way different than YouTube. If I were relying only on YouTube views and revenue, I never would be able to go ahead and do that kind of stuff. Okay, so all that being said, you know,
I gave a like a
my age range is different from my primary viewer base. It's not that I can't do retro stuff. It's that there really is no demand for it. If I do it,
there's no demand for it. Oh, are you gonna play Octopath Traveler? Oh, I don't know, man. Nah, man. Okay. Oh, are you gonna go back to Nier Automata? Nah, man. No support, man. Okay.
Doing for me and a very small niche group of my viewers. A perfect example here. I do Patron's Choice events all the time, where I let people who actively want to pay in order to see me continue to do what I do on a daily basis pick a game for me to play. Never do these retro games make it. They never get nominated. They never get voted on.
Oh yeah, because Super Mario Sunshine. If GTA 4 is fucking retro, then Mario Sunshine's fucking retro. Sonic 06 is retro. Simpsons is retro. Bully is retro. You know, he played so many retro games with his own fucking logic. Okay. Yeah, alright.
Like, they never. It's always something more modernized. And, you know, it's out of my control. If I did a summer of retro, I'd have the slowest summer ever. You know what I mean? Like, maybe eventually I can balance those kind of classic games with my other stuff, but it would have to be something carefully worked out so that I am doing something that will retain attention during the daytime streams while maybe I do those retro games as a nighttime stream. You see?
Then why don't you fucking do it? You have an audience. He told us that he makes a lot that people are very supportive during these fucking niche ass streams. And now he's telling us, well, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do it. You just said you have a fucking... Okay.
See what I mean? It's a tricky balance. It really is. Okay. So,
yes.
let's see here.
Next question. Is there anything I would tell the Phil of the past to warn him of the things that have happened over the years? Okay, so is there anything I would tell the Theo of the past to warn him of the things that have happened over the years? I'd probably tell myself to work harder in school, because when I was in school I was just kind of whatever, and I kind of regret doing that, and I would definitely love to go back and fix my fucked up school career. But that, and to really start doing these kind of streams more often. I don't know. Is what it is.
Oh, okay. Next question. Sorry, I lost my track. I was trying to find where I was. Here it is. So this next question is from the Spoony One. And the question is as follows. This question may have been asked before, but I would like to hear the Phil of today's answer. If you could tell old Phil from 2011 or 2012 before the big hate train started something, what would it be? Would you tell him to change his attitude or warn him of the copyright strikes in 2015? I'm just curious to know. Thanks for the decade of good laughs and making bad days good.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, DSP.
As they say, ladies and gentlemen,
hindsight's 2020.
hindsight's 2020. And now in 2018, looking back 7 or 6 years ago even and saying, wow, look at what happened, okay? What I could say is, ow, that was my neck cracking. Oof. There are definitely a few things that if I could go to past Phil to tell him, I would. Number one, get streaming earlier. If I had started streaming years earlier and jumped on a bandwagon of, you know,
jumped on a bandwagon. The guy who's anti-bandwagon wanted to jump on the bandwagon. That should tell you how much he has fallen from the past. He now jumps on bandwagons. I mean, he literally does that now. He jumped on the Twitch bandwagon in 2016. He decided to be a complete Twitch whore. Anti-bandwagon, dude.
Innovators of gameplay streaming, especially because of the following I had on YouTube. I think I could have been even bigger and maybe immune to a lot of the crap that happened to me. But a lot of that happened because...
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. The thing is that DSP is the kind... Like, I didn't even know about this guy back in 2008, 2010. I did not know of him. You know, it took me, like, what, up until Tevin started doing videos, literally, to know who the fuck he is. Okay.
Primarily, I was YouTube. If I had a more diverse audience, if I had a big audience on stream as well as on YouTube, then when all that negativity came out on YouTube about me, it would have been like, yeah, but whatever.
The most is that he would have more White Knights. He would have a huge army of White Knights for him instead of just having some and shit. But now his entire chat fucking trolls him every day. But...
Streaming, right? And the streaming's fun. So that's kind of what I've noticed.
Who is this? Hold on, let's see who this is. Hello?
Open enrollment is here, with only a couple weeks left before this year's period ends.
since now I focus more on streaming, regardless of all the stupid shit that people do about me on YouTube, it really doesn't affect the streams at all. If you actually watch the streams, they're fine. You know, this is our space where we could still hang out, have fun.
It was the
have
fun.
streams. I don't give a fuck what's going on over there. Let them have their own little drama club.
Wait.
Streams at all.
Wait.
Fun.
Hold
so,
up.
That's kind of what I've noticed. Is since now I focus more on streaming, regardless of all the stupid shit that people do about me on YouTube, it really doesn't affect the streams at all. If you actually watch the streams, they're fine. You know, this is our space where we could still hang out, have fun, have chill streams. I don't give a fuck what's going on over there. Let them have their own little drama club.
Let them have their own little drama club. Who cares about them, right? Okay. Okay. Let's see if I could find it.
Because he doesn't leave the streams public, so there's no evidence of him doing it, and YouTube takes like days to respond to a report, so by the time that they actually look into the report, there's no evidence of any wrong. Playing Battlefield 5, I get the feeling. But I'm not done with the conversation. Let's change the subject. There's many, who, by the way, will not be around forever. He's going to get shut down eventually, once YouTube finally starts being lazy as fuck, and actually abides by their own terms of service. Wolverine Toy Story. Haters turned it into like a little thing that really didn't matter. You know, detractors make it into a big thing. I saw it leading up to Christmas. The story I was trying to tell was from something that happened to me. You know, I want a toy. The toy store first. I understand, you know, it's gonna fucking have a temper change over. What are you talking about? It's like the opposite. Saying nice things about how in our experiences with Stan as a creator over the years. Hey, if you guys aren't aware, holy shit. Constantly going to conventions, meeting at his age, and his shoe style he lived. He was always competed at all the people. Like, I'm a huge fan of Stan Lee. The game was. It's fucking Destiny. No way fucking game. Especially 6 would be like the ultimate game. Is better than the fucking ICR stuff that he did. We had, between my pre-stream...
I don't think I'll be able to find it. Maybe it's here?
Alright, I gotta say this. I have to say this because people has had view bots ever since I had that. Because idiots are...
No, it's not. Whatever. Fuck it. I'll just tell you because I know DSP said this. So, what I was trying to find was a clip where he said that Tevin's views are his views. That, oh, if Tevin wasn't here, those views would be at my streams. Blah, blah, blah. That shit. Here's the thing. If he was so okay with people having their own drama club, or let them stay where they are, then why do you want Tevin to be shut down then? He kept bragging about how there's gonna be something gonna happen to him. Tevin's not gonna be around forever. Something's gonna happen to him. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. Tevin won't be around forever. Carver's gonna get him. Something's gonna happen to him. Don't worry. And then so then you obviously do care where these people go if you make this statement that you want that his views are your views, and you want to shut him down. So you don't care about a facility, let's say. He calls it a daycare, okay? He does not care that this daycare exists. He doesn't care. Oh, let the parents take their kids to the daycare. Who cares about the daycare? No one cares about this daycare. Let the kids play in that daycare. Okay, you know what? That daycare is gonna close down. Okay, those kids are my kids, and that daycare is gonna shut down. Do you know how dumb and flip-floppy that sounds? Yeah, it almost sounds like he only said this because he was recording this video.
Right? All immature little kids and do their stupid dumb shit. And we can just be here and have fun every day, you know? And that's been a big thing. But because I kind of put all my eggs in one basket for the longest time, and I didn't have the view and the...
I do think someone is botting Tevin. I do think someone is, but I don't know if it... I don't think it's DSP, necessarily. I don't think DSP is that cunning, but I do think someone is botting him. I do kind of believe that.
insight to see, oh, streaming's going to be big. I should have jumped to direct capture and streaming earlier. Instead, I was very obstinate about throwing away the camera and putting direct capture and everything. You know, I think that was a big opportunity that I missed out on. Another thing, absolutely, too much personal information about myself was given on.
Okay, I knew he was gonna say this, but the thing is that I'm kind of surprised he did not say this. But his fucking attitude, even though it really hasn't changed, he's still the same asshole. But the fact that he doesn't even consider that maybe he was an asshole is whatever.
Internet, you know, way too much, and so much of it was eventually spun into negative stuff to hurt me that,
like, what?
Again, as we just talked about those negative memes and things, a lot of the things that are negative about me on the internet are not true at all, but they're based on little snippets of facts that I gave over the years.
Then maybe don't exaggerate your stories. You know, that was the one thing that I think it was the Darksiders or the Dragon Quest stream that Tevin restreamed, and he mentioned that maybe if DSP did not exaggerate his stories, no, it was a Black Ops stream. That's what it was. If he didn't exaggerate his stories, people wouldn't have these snippets of truth. Just saying. I mean, the thing is that, yeah, like, I guess the thing is that if you're telling a story in a hyperbolic way or an exaggerated way, for me, I do it in a tone that is like that. You know, it's like, you know, I went to school, I was driving my car, I was driving down the road, like, whoosh, and I saw a guy there, and he was going right to me, man, and I just decided to drive away. I was like, fuck you, you piece of shit, I'm going this way. You can kind of tell that I'm being fucking facetious about the story. Like, yeah, maybe I was driving, and a guy was kind of swerving towards my lane, and I was annoyed, and I was fucking, you know, a little pissed off about that, and then I decided to go off my exit to, you know, do whatever. But you can kind of tell that the way I told it was I was being facetious. DSP deadpan said, "Oh no, my parents had the money. They were just fucking stupid." Like, he didn't make it sound like it was like a joke or facetious. It was like, "Oh yeah, you know, my parents, they had the fucking money, but you know what? They're fucking stupid. They did not buy the fucking toy." When I said it, I said perfectly then and there. I was like, "Yo, man, get the toy, buy the toy. It's right there. You got the money. Just..." And then I walk home with the toy. You know, like maybe that, like, he sucks at delivering fucking jokes. Like, his joke delivery is so fucking bad. Like, you know, when he tells a story, he makes it sound serious, and then when he's trying to tell a joke, he's fucking obnoxious about it. Like, it's just, he needs to learn how to tell a joke. Or whatever, you know? And if you're not funny, then make fun of yourself, you know? Come on. Come in.
And now people believe them as fact when they're not. And so it's very hard to get new viewership or a new viewer base or even grow at all when people just come in initially believing bullshit because everyone says it. Just because everyone says something doesn't mean it's true. An intelligent person would actually go in and do research to find out the truth of the matter. Most people who've done research say, wow, none of it's true. Let me watch Phil for face value on his stream. They watch the streams and they like them.
But literally, the hotel rooms, you could fucking tell that they're pretty pricey. I mean, come on. But okay.
But a lot of people don't do that, and that's the problem.
Do research. Okay, so if someone does research on the hotel room, like he stayed at a hotel, and there are people who did research on the hotel he stays in, and they get an estimate of how much the room stay costs per night. So you're saying do research, but not that kind of research. Do research that benefits me, dude. Come on.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking annoying.
I mean, there are people who did fucking research on his coffee maker and his trash can, and he's telling us to do research. Research led to people finding out how much his things cost. Okay.
That kind of stuff. Now, the other thing is, if I had always approached negative stuff the way that I did during my accident in 2016. Laughing at it, saying, damn, I fucked up. Yes, let's just laugh at it. Let's laugh along with the memes. Let's roll with the punches and all of that. If I had always taken in stuff like that the same way and reacted to it the same way, I think that basically very few people would hate me.
He also said multiple times, oh, if I overreacted at the fucking this is how you don't play. So if I just laughed with it and this and that, it would be better. But then, other videos after that, he would say, no, that fucking hurts me. There was a fucking comment by Evil AJ on the first This Is How You Don't Play that was posted on the KO Gaming This Is How You Don't Play montage that he did on the cock submissions. And DSP commented and replied to him saying, oh, it's really that old? Wow, man. The guy he called mentally ill, he just responds, oh yeah, man, that's crazy. This Is How You Don't Play was around this long. Okay.
Maybe they'd still see me as something to laugh at and a little bit embarrassing, but it wouldn't be, wow, we hate this fucking guy, because every time that someone criticized him, he was angry about it.
But look at him now. If someone mentions the fucking 11-year-old girl, he'd be like, I didn't say that! That's out of context! You're lying, yeah! But there's literally a video on his own fucking channel where he says that and nothing he describes happened, but it was what the detractors described. Something doesn't add up.
Everything. And I admit that. I openly admit that when I was a different person when I started on YouTube. I really did feel that because I was popular, I was above reproach. What I was doing worked, and therefore it's the recipe for success. And God forbid anyone tell me otherwise, because look, I'm the guy on YouTube who gets the millions of.
But then when people tell him, hey, DSP, you should play this game. It's really popular. No, man, I'm not playing that. I'm a variety streamer. I do whatever I want, man. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, Phil. Hey, Phil, you should play this. Everyone's playing it. No!
Views and making the big money, so why were you telling me that I should doing something wrong or that I should change, right?
DSP, you should put a green screen in your office. No! DSP, you should make longer videos. No!
So that being said,
you're wrong.
By the way, Reggie Face, you're completely wrong. He says, oh, you didn't originally laugh at it, you denied it. You have no idea what you're talking about. That's not the case at all. It's a complete lie. That day when it happened, I did my Neo stream, okay, ended the stream, and immediately was posting up on Twitter about it, that it happened, and I admitted it. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're making shit up.
Oh, I also forgot the other meme. So someone asked him in his fucking chat last night, hey, DSP, can you stop crinkling the water bottles into the mic? Or it was either that or they asked him why he does it, and he literally responds with, I'm a human being. I do things I don't think about the streams, okay? Crumble, 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 crush, crush, right into the fucking mic. Okay. I mean, literally all he had to do was just say, I'm sorry, and I won't do it again. That's all he had to fucking do. Instead, oh, I do it because I'm a human. I do it because I don't think about something that might annoy the stream viewer for 5 seconds. And what gets me the most about this, the reason why this triggers me a lot, is this is coming from a guy that cries about fucking landscapers every fucking stream. I have to deal with landscapers outside. They're mowing the lawns. The landscapers. I hate them. And then it goes from that to fucking. I'm fucking human, dude. Okay, deal with it. Like, fuck off. Like, that really gets to me. If you're gonna cry about fucking landscapers, then you should at least decide to not fucking crumble the fucking bottle into the fucking mic. I mean, you know what? Fine. Fine, DSP. I'll accept the snorts. I'll deal with the snorts. Because it's post-nasal drip and you can't stop it. Fine. Fine. The burps. Fine. You can't burp away from the mic. Fine. Fine. No, fine. Fine. Do all of that. Drink your water, smushing your mouth like you're making out with the mic and do into the mic. Lip smack. Do this. Do whatever the fuck. But don't fucking crumble the fucking water bottles and complain when people don't like it. If you're gonna bitch about fucking landscapers, don't fucking crumple your fucking water bottles into the fucking mic. Proxicon, I agree, it's not fine, but it's to the point. If I could get him to stop crumbling the fucking water bottles. I mean, it would be amazing. It would be amazing if I could get him to stop fucking drinking water into the mic. I would love that. I would love that.
And believing the memes. You see what I mean? You've bought into the nonsense of the meme. Actually, people loved the way that I reacted to that at the time because it was a rarity where Phil...
I did not love how he reacted to it at the time. He fucking killed the joke so fucking fast. Like, it became like a mom joke. Like, it's like your mom trying to be cool. Like, it's like your mom found out about the dog meme, and you're like, okay, you know, this is kind of funny. And then your mom sends you 20 text messages. Such memes, such wow. Bleh. It's not fun anymore. Like, then your mom's just not being cool. She's not hip anymore. And that's what DSP is.
Wow, Phil's not angry. He's not denying. He's outright admitting. And that's a different side of Phil that we haven't seen. But...
different side. You didn't see him. So they liked it because it's a different side of Phil we haven't seen.
The people who hate me didn't like that, and so they had to make shit up about it that I didn't do it. Okay. So anyway,
okay.
That all being said, okay.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of things that over the years I'm sure could have been different. You know, if I had known, like he mentioned, what about those copyright strikes? If I had known that fan art of all things.
Proxicon, the whole thing where DSP denied that he masturbated didn't happen. The only thing that DSP did was he banned someone for asking about it on the day that it streamed. He did do that. He did ban someone who said, "Hey Phil, did you masturbate on stream?" He banned him for that. That's what he did. The whole scratching the leg I don't think happened, I guess, but he did ban Bill Purnell back in the day.
Things could be used against me to destroy my YouTube channel in 2015. I would have never used any. You know what I mean?
Any. He would use any fucking fan art. Dude. He accepted such dumb fucking fan art. It was fan art that was like so blatantly trolled. And he accepted it. Whoops.
I had known that there were such giant gaping fucking holes in YouTube's copyright structure that they could actually destroy my fucking YouTube channels with copyright strikes and false copyright claims, I would have never done it. I mean, that really destroyed me. That was the
Sea of Thieves fan art. It was done by a troll, by the way. You know, I did thought it was an actual fan who made that fan art because I don't know. I just thought it was, but it was actually a troll. Someone just sent him. There's a picture of his face on it. That was it.
Financial downfall was 2015 when I got so many false copyright strikes against the channel and I had to delete millions of views and the channels fell out of channel rankings. It was a fucking horrendous mess because of YouTube shortcomings as a company allowing
that too. I mean, he had fucking Mishima at his back. I mean, he could have just deleted the videos like periodically, not all at once.
Fucking system. You know, yeah, I definitely would say don't do it. Be careful about who you trust or whatever because it really did fuck me over. But, you know, I could sit here all day giving advice to past Phil. Everyone can do that in their life. When, like I say, hindsight is 20/20. You know what happens, and you could go back and say, oh, you know, here's what you should do. That's the thing. Now,
some of the
at least I'm
powder
trying to
of the coffee got through. Ugh.
Okay, I am. I'm trying to be more open to people's suggestions, more open to people's understanding.
Oh, hey, so open, man. Hey, Phil, can you do a green screen? I can't do that. Stop asking me. Oh, you're asking me to stop crunching the water bottle into the mic? I can't do that, man. Fuck you, deal with it.
Openness to things that I can make better content for.
Like, I guarantee if someone asked him, hey, DSP, can you please stop crunching the water bottles into the mic? He would say, a shout out to Bill saying to send me a 25-bit cheer saying, can you please stop crunching the water bottles into the mic? Oh yeah? Oh yeah? How do you like that? I guarantee that's what he would do. I guarantee that's what he would do. He would read the cheer, then proceed to be an asshole. Because it's very easy for him to be an asshole than an actual person.
For you guys, I can make the streams. This year alone, I've made tons of constructive changes based off of your feedback, which I'll talk about later on in my State of the Stream address that I'm going to do after Ask the King ends. So yeah, you know, definitely. It is a situation. There's hundreds of things I could go back and tell past Phil. But
by the way, he could technically do PC games. He has a second PC, guys. You may not know this, but he literally has a second PC in that little closet in there. Just sitting there. Yeah. I think so too.
The things that I mentioned, I guess, would be the ones that I would, okay? Alright. Richie7 says, we have seen some companies try to max...
Okay, next question. Thoughts on games maximizing revenue through microtransactions or jumping on a bandwagon? They are fucking companies. Corporations. What do you think they care about? So I'm going to use Diablo Immortal as an example. So, they announced this new Diablo game that's a mobile game. And everyone is saying, oh, it's shitty, and everyone hates it. I agree. I would have liked a new Diablo game. I agree with that, but at the same time, of course, Blizzard would want a mobile game. You know, mobile games bring in a lot of profit. It's a great way to support the company and get more money. So why wouldn't they have a mobile game? You know, and frankly, I am surprised it took Blizzard this long to make a mobile game. I was expecting them to make a mobile game years ago. So, you know, obviously, you know, these companies are going to want to make mobile games. So I don't think there's anything technically wrong with the company wanting to do that for profit. I mean, and I think we're seeing that more and more with the gaming industry, that they want to make more and more profit, but there are always going to be games that are going to be more artistic, or they're going to be more about the game and not about nickel and diming you. There are still games that come out that do that, but that's just how it is now. You know, you kind of have to accept that this is what's going to happen. I mean, you can disagree with all you want. I'm not necessarily saying that, oh, the companies are golden for this and they're above criticism. I mean, I don't necessarily like it either. Like, you know, I am not a huge fan of Ubisoft games. I kind of regret buying Ubisoft games at times. Like, I liked Assassin's Creed Odyssey for a while, but I kind of lost interest. Like, I'm not even that far in the game, and I just kind of got bored with it. Far Cry 5 was the only Ubisoft game I think I like a lot. EA has been hit or miss with me. Like, there are just grooves with EA that's like, yeah, man, fun games. And then I just kind of drop them. But, I don't know. I mean, I think that's just how it was going to be anyway. Like, I mean, you honestly saw this shift back in the PS3 360 era of games. Like, look up the Mega 64 skit, DLC the game. I mean, that kind of sums it up. I think, you know, when you look at DLC, the idea of it was interesting. Oh, you can add more content to the game. But now you see companies exploit that tool to sell you a finished game. You know, oh, buy a game and we'll give you the content that was already part of the game. That kind of stuff.
Maximize revenue by designing games around microtransactions and in-game purchases. Other companies have focused on earning revenue by simply making great games that customers want to buy. Which direction do you think the future of the industry will go?
I mean, I think it's going to be a variety of marketing. I mean, it's like the movies. We have blockbuster movies that are from Marvel mostly, like the superhero movies and the Star Wars. You will always see those movies, but there are still the art house films. Like, I think this week, The Favorite comes out, which is directed by a Greek director who made The Lobster, Dogtooth, Killing of a Sacred Deer, and those are really artsy movies, and they're really good. Like, you could tell that he made these movies to be abstract pieces, and you know, you still get those movies. Like, you still get the movie, you know, like Annihilation. You get those movies coming in and coming out, etc., etc. So it's not necessarily that, oh, well, now that we are getting mostly just monetized things, you're never gonna see these kind of content anymore. Shoving Greek propaganda down our throats. Disgusting. Hey, the guy got American actors in this movie. He had John C. Reilly in The Lobster, and he had Colin Farrell in The Killing of a Sacred Deer, okay?
Both. Because for every AAA game developer who actually puts in time, effort, and money into making an amazing AAA experience game like God of War, Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, you're going to get a handful of game devs that just want the quick buck.
Of course. Of course. The AAA companies make the quality games. The AAA studios. Now, of course, there are AAA studios that give you good quality games, but, you know, they're few and far between. You know, like, oh, okay, yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 has a lot of content in it. Okay, fine. It's God of War, but, you know, who really talks about those games? I mean, and technically those games give you kind of a very standard story. Not that the story is bad. It's not that, oh, God of War has a shitty story and Red Dead Redemption 2 has a bad story. They have good stories. I like Red Dead Redemption 2's story way more than God of War. God of War was this kind of generic. But they're nothing that is, you know, I'm not gonna think in 10 years from now and say, oh yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2, I remember that game. You know? And I'm playing Fist of the North Star right now. And my god, let me tell you that game, I love that game. I love that fucking game. I love the channel point system. The combat is so fucking good. And the story is everything I loved about, you know, Studio 51 games, and like Mad World, and Anarchy Reigns, and it's this over-the-top story that is just like, okay, this guy, he's trying to find this girl, and shit happens. And it's like the most over-the-top plot. I fucking love it. And I love the characters. I love that when you do a finisher, you either get like, you're already dead. And then, or you have 3 seconds to live. I love it. You know, and I'm gonna get a lot of flack for it, but I'm doing the English dub of it. Now I know what you guys are gonna say. Theo, why aren't you doing the subs? The Japanese, they got the guy who was Kiryu from Yakuza in it. That is really cool. I loved the voice actor of Kiryu Kazuma Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza. I love that voice actor. He played the Japanese voice actor, but I like the corniness and the cheesiness of the English voices. I just love it. If you're gonna play something that has cheesiness in it, you're gonna go all out. You're gonna go all fucking out. I mean, you pop in Fist and North Star, English dubs, and you hear fucking great, fucking great. I love it. It adds to the experience to me. TBH, I can't stand the Fist of the North Star game because DSP found a way to... No! And 1337, fuck that. Fuck that. He ruined that game. When I played it, I fell in love with it. I love that game. I love the combat. I loved it. I fucking love it. So, I would recommend... I got it for $40. And I would spend $40 again on it.
6, right? I mean, if that's not the latest and greatest example of a game that did not give a fuck about the quality of their game, they just wanted to smash together a bunch of assets from other games and make a multiplayer.
Oh, but of course, the indie devs are the greedy ones. What logic is that? Because indie devs have a harder time to make a game than a AAA studio. Because indie devs have to convince a studio to fucking publish the game. Like, Lab Zero got a deal with 505 is it 505 Games? Yeah, I think it was 505 Games, the name of it. That they have to make half of the budget, and then that company is gonna match that amount. So they matched it. They got it funded, but it was like at the skin of their teeth that they just made the budget. But the reason why I fanboy the fuck over Skullgirls, the reason why I love that game is because there's a lot of cool stuff in it that people just don't appreciate, in my opinion. Like, Cerebella has a move, I think it's called Locked and Loaded, that there's a percentage that when you do that move, a scribble of a cat is gonna walk by the screen. And that to me is like insane. That that they were so in depth with the engine that they programmed a fucking percentage of a cat to go against the screen, and it's a fucking rare thing. Like, I play that game so much, I still have yet to see that cat scroll across the screen because it's a fucking random thing. They have all kinds of announcers in the game. They have artwork that is just fucking outstanding. And then they have a gallery, and Second Encore at least, that have art from the actual studio that made the actual company, and fan art. And it just shows a lot of passion has been put into this game. Now, does that mean that Skullgirls is great competitively? Does that mean that the game is flawless? No. But, when you play a game like that, and when I play the prototype of Indivisible, okay, even the prototype or the demo that I got for being a backer of Indivisible, I definitely saw huge improvements from the prototype that you could get from that they gave out initially to now. It's completely different. They added a lot more to the combat. It's a lot more diverse, and it's dense. I mean, that backer's demo was so rich in content. I know this is a fucking rant. I know. I'm sorry. It's just that, I fucking love gaming. I love it.
You could just sink tons of money, because by the way,
DSP did play Skullgirls and he did horrible with it. And I don't even want to get into it.
Transactions, yes, it does. I mean, or I guess another example of that would be Diablo Infinite, or what is it? I don't even know what it's called. Diablo Infernal, Diablo Infinity, Diablo.
Fun fact: in part 1, he literally name dropped the game. But now he's pretending that he doesn't know. Okay.
Push your fucking mobile game screen 1,000,000 times to transact $1 per purchase and, make them $40,000 on the game, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even know what it's called. But another example of, we could have made a AAA high-quality game that everyone wanted, Diablo 4, but instead we just we're going to make a shitty mobile game so that we can make extra money. You know what I mean? It's Immortal. Dude. Diablo Immortal. Okay. But that's the thing. And then you're going to have the hybrids. A game like Red Dead Redemption 2, where the core game is great, so it's worth $60 just to buy the core gameplay experience. But then later on, they're going to have Red Dead Redemption Online, where if you can do microtransactions to give them money too. So you're gonna have these companies, but you are, I believe, due to this year's major success of certain games like God of War, Red Dead, Spider-Man, Monster Hunter, there was like one or two others that were kind of like AAA big budget games that did really well. You'll still have those games, but they're going to be few and far between. We'll have a handful of those games a year, but we will see tons of shameless cash-ins. How many Battle Royale games have now launched? How many team co-op games have now launched to make the quick buck? I mean, next year's big one is Anthem, right?
The quick buck, dude.
From BioWare, a game studio that used to be based off of making epic stories, are completely throwing the story away so that you could just do co-op in an Iron Man suit. That's all the game is. It's
how do you know? How do you know it doesn't have a story? Like here's the thing that I just don't quite get. When I play Destiny 2, it does have a story. You know, there's voice logs, there's cutscenes, you have a beginning, middle, and end. I mean, you don't get a lot of development, sure, but you still get a story. Whatever.
4-player co-op, everyone has an Iron Man suit. Every suit is a little bit different because it's a different class, but it's basically co-op Iron Man gameplay. It'll be good for a few hours until the gimmick wears out. You see what I mean? Like, it's very, 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 very disturbing.
Very disturbing.
But it is what it is. As long as we can still...
What?
You see what I mean? Like, it's very, 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 very disturbing.
Disturbing. Game companies making decisions based on money is disturbing. Well, I guess DSP is a very disturbing person because he makes a lot of decisions based on that.
But it is what it is. As long as we
after
can still get
this, are we
the
going?
AAA games we want, then it's okay. If the whole industry just became nickel and dime crap, then I would be worried.
Oh,
but at least we're still getting the big.
Oh man, maybe.
Want, right? So
well, you know what? I owe you guys an Adam Sessler video. I still have yet to do it. I still have yet to cover Adam Sessler. I want to do an Adam Sessler video because I like that. I do like Adam Sessler. I liked him on X-Play and all that. But watching like Sessler's soapbox and this and that, it's so fucking. It's so weird. It's really weird.
Okay. Now we're going to head to Twitter questions, and these questions are going to end the show. I know this is a shorter edition of Ask the King.
Oh boy, Twitter questions. Let's see. Favorite character didn't play it. We're gonna skip this. Fuck this. Because he goes through the whole story. We don't need to do this. You don't need to do this to ourselves. Best and worst years of my life. Best. I would say 2008. Because I think that was the year Super Smash Brothers came out. I went to the midnight release. That was my first midnight release I went to. And I went with my dad. And that was kind of cool. I also got the year that 2004, because I got to go to the Olympics. Really, really cool. I really, really liked watching the Olympics with my family there then. The worst years, I feel like 2016 was pretty bad. I thought 2016 was a shitty year. This year's been pretty, I think the only good parts of this year is me streaming. Is this me doing streams, me doing art, and that kind of stuff? But I mean, I don't know. I'm not too crazy. Like I don't know.
Everyone, but that's perfectly fine. Okay, next question is from Tynel. He asks, "What year would you?"
Hold on, I'll be right back. Be right back, guys. Can you PragerU hire? I don't know. They may not accept her because I don't think so. They may not be crazy enough for her. Sorry, I'm expecting a package, but I think it's coming tomorrow.
Say would be their best year of your life, and what about the worst? Man, you know, when you say best year of life and worst year of life, it's not necessarily. First of all, when you say year, do you mean year to year, like January to December, or do you mean a year's worth of time? And you see, that's rough to say. And also, are you talking about personal life, business life? Because basically, if you're talking business life, right, the best year of my life was, I would say, probably the time when I got laid off from my job in 2010 through late 2011. Because, man, when I...
That was the best time for him? Dude, he cries about that all the time. Okay.
I got laid off and I decided to make YouTube my primary focus. I rode this giant wave of positivity. Everyone loved me. I was one of the top gamers on YouTube. Definitely the top variety gamer on YouTube at the time. I could do no wrong. I could play any game and bring in, so many views and so much attention on any...
Didn't he just play fucking Street Fighter 4 a lot when he started? I don't know. Whatever.
Little game that I played would get tons of positivity and popularity surrounding it. I was making so much money at that time that I was able to go and do things like go to multiple conventions and the like. I was able to fund things like Project 7 and the like that I never been able to do anything like that in the modern day. It was just a different...
I am kind of thinking about having a video, just a clip of Cleo doing shit on loop. I am thinking about doing that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I have to run it by Cleo. I have to see if it's okay with her. Because, Cleo's a very, precious bun. I don't want to do something against her will, dude.
Time for me. You know what I mean? If you're actually talking quality of content, I honestly think this year was one of, if not my best years, because... Of course, this year is the best. He started this year saying, oh man, this year is so slow, it's not gonna be as good as last year. I don't know about this year, man. I don't think it's gonna be that good. Oh, but this year is really good, man. I turned things around. I basically went
financially.
Kind of like
that's what he's talking about.
That were more focused on just bringing in attention and money to, let's just do a chill stream. Let's just do a stream where we don't want any drama. It's about us relaxing.
No drama. No drama. Yeah, these vids don't exist, dude. A guide to memes. What?
Third out of the third cheered. He said, can you outline some channel-specific memes so people know what's safe and what's not? I myself fell victim to not knowing that T-pose may be a meme created by one of your detractors.
Detractors.
And we've had you for a year and a half, and...
Whatever, fuck it. No drama, though, guys.
I honed my craft when it came to my streams. I really feel that the streams now have become a more organic thing. People come in, no matter what game I'm playing, they come in to hang out with me. They're going to have a fun time. Yes, there'll be people who come in for certain genres of game, but I can play a game at night that has 100 viewers, and we still have a ridiculous amount of fun as compared to a game that I'm getting 1,000 viewers because it's rage-inducing or whatever. It's still just as fun. And people come out and support me no matter what.
So then why can't you play Super Mario RPG? Why can't you play Shenmue 2? Why can't you play this game? Oh man, I need to get games that can give us retention, man. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
That's what I really love about being a streamer now. And every day I come to stream, I have fun with it. You know, it's not... there was a time when I was like, man, I gotta go to fucking stream again. I gotta go make videos again.
Yeah, is that why you fucking count down the days to your day off? Because you just love streaming? He mentioned 4 times in a pre-stream that he has a day off. I guarantee tomorrow when he comes back to stream, he's gonna say, okay guys, welcome back to another day of double streaming. Now, you probably might be asking yourselves, when's my next day off? Well, probably next Wednesday, man. I think Wednesdays are going to be my day off now, okay? Sunday, I am not doing a double stream. Single stream only, okay? Only single stream, okay? Sound good? Great, sounds good, man.
I don't feel that way. I'm like, man, yes, I get to go relax and have fun on a stream. It's going to be a great experience and everything. It's different. It really is.
But I like it gives us this meme every year. Because before, like, when he was on YouTube, when he was streaming on YouTube, he would say, hey, I am not bored. If I was bored, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd have so much fun, man. Great. Now it's, oh, back then I was really depressed about streaming, dude. Okay. Okay.
I think this year actually made me love what I do more than in a long ass time. You know what I mean? And
yeah, that's why when he reads cheers, when he reads cheers, he sounds really annoyed when he reads them. Every cheer he gets, he acts so annoyed when he gets a cheer. Let's just go to a cheer. Let's just go to a DSP gaming vid. We're gonna give DSP a visit. A nice little visity visit. Let's see. Let's go to a random part of Darksiders 3.
Alien Isolation. Vladimir Sheethive says they look like the offspring between Xenomorphs and Resident Evil Hunters.
He loves it. He loves interacting with you guys. Oh, he says that they look like this, huh? Okay. Look at him talk to his chat. He really loves doing this. Uh-oh, he got it. By the way, you know how dumb this layout is? The notification gets blocked by the bar, so it's really hard to read. Hi, Phil. Thanks for the playthroughs.
What would this would be fun for both of us.
There we go.
As you wish.
By the way, according to DSP, this is top notch. He said on Twitter that, oh, this is top notch art style. Oh, the game was top notch except for the camera and combat. This looks fucking stupid. This looks like a game for kids. To be honest, or teenagers. I mean, I know some people might like Darksiders and all that. I'm not gonna. So, I mean, I don't know. It just looks like a toy to me. I don't know. There's just some. It's just that even if they made the textures look good, I still think it would look kind of. It still looks kind of. I just don't like the style. I don't like the style that it's going for. But yeah, it does look like a PS3 game. I mean, look at the fucking goatee he has.
Go back to the blacksmith quickly.
Please take your time.
Is he gonna read the cheer? You got a cheer.
See if I can upgrade again.
Oh, time to look at chat.
Alright.
Alright.
Injustice, thanks for 100-bit cheers. Thanks for playing the game for us. Yeah, well, someone's got to do it, I guess. I like the first two. I'm like, ugh. It's very disappointing that this franchise was on hold for 6 years because the freaking THQ, you know, basically went out of business. And it finally comes back, and it's like, wow, you guys totally...
He's not even looking at the camera. He's just like, yeah, man, the game sucks, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. The game's been a hold on for 6 years, dude. He really sounds like he loves doing what he does.
Cool. Now, if you're talking personal life...
This year.
I mean...
This year.
There have been some great years, but I would, again, kind of say, not this whole year, but, like, basically from the time I met Kat, because Kat has been such...
Kat's a soulmate. I love Kat. Ah, Kat. Oh, Kat. Kitty Kat.
A positive influence and a life-changing thing in my life.
Guys, wait. Hold on. Wait. I must research. Holy shit. Guys, I might have figured out something. What if... Bear with me now. What if Kitty Cat Cammy is Cat? Whoa. But then again, this person's a gamer, so I don't know. Cat doesn't seem like a gamer to me.
I have someone who is supporting me, understands me,
Understands me. So Leanna didn't understand you? Yeah, the person you wanted to get engaged with didn't understand you. Okay.
Wants to share responsibility with me, wants to have a life together.
Didn't share responsibility with Leanna. Leanna was the one cooking. DSP made sure she was up when she was sick to cook for him. Obviously, they shared their responsibilities, right?
Here, where basically we have an amazing life together, but it's okay that we're not sharing it. You know what I mean? Like,
it's okay to not share it.
Having this amazing life offline with her.
Oh, that's
that
what
you guys don't see, so that the trolls can't fuck with it.
How would we fuck with it? Okay. Okay. How would we fuck with it? Me and Kat went to see the movies, dude. Okay, so then if the troll says, "Oh, how do you afford it?" How does that fuck with Kat? And if anything, Kat got more fucked up. Just like I kind of hate being this. I mean, Kat saw how much hate DSP has, decides to move in with him. Just a lot of stuff doesn't add up, and a lot of stuff sounds so fucking stupid. This is just why you don't brag about keeping stuff away from your viewers. This is why you don't brag about it. Like, the one thing he could just not do is say, "Guys, I'm not telling you stuff. There's stuff going behind this you don't know about." Like, this is why you don't fucking say anything. This is exactly why.
Is amazing. I didn't have that before. And now I could come to stream and have a fun stream and then immediately come off stream and have a great night with her that's completely disjointed and unrelated. It's not all one thing, all constantly involved with everything. And I like that. We're having a really good time together.
So this also kind of leads me to believe that. So when he was with Leanna, was he literally just sitting at a table? So this is how I picture it. Alright, Leanna, we gotta make sure what we're eating is gonna bring in the views. Is this popular on YouTube? Okay, Leanna, what you're doing right now is not bringing in the views, okay, Leanna? You gotta bring in the views, okay, Leanna? Alright, okay, Leanna, I got a lot of comments of people making fun of you for doing this. You have to stop it, okay, Leanna? Okay, Leanna. Good, you stopped it, alright. Alright, guys, I mean, what the fuck? How do you, okay.
And, that's awesome. Like, I think my personal life right now is at a higher level than it's ever been when it comes to that. So, I would definitely say that. Worst years, I would say last year was one of my worst personal years. I mean, just outlining the shit that happened. YouTube ad revenue plus my then fiance situation with the state taxes in the back of my mind when I was trying to put out entertaining streams for you guys, not knowing if I was going to be able to do anything and pay those taxes or whatever. And having all that constantly in the back of my mind when I was trying to put out entertaining streams for you guys, not knowing if I was going to be able to do anything and pay those taxes or whatever.
And I'm sorry that I did that. That's kind of dumb of me, but it floors me that DSP said last year how hard it was, how like, oh, he wasn't sure he's gonna pay these bills, and he doesn't know if he's gonna still do all this stuff with the taxes, etc., etc. And he had that at the back of his mind. And he said that was one of the contributors of making that year the worst year personally for him. He says this right before he tells us he has to pay about $16K. That's a big whoops.
You know what I mean? Not good. Terrible feeling, and it was just not a good time. So I would say last year was probably my worst year in that regard. By far. Okay? Now, if you just mean financially, 2015 was my worst year. Because that was the year when my YouTube channel was...
Oh, yeah, financially, that was the worst year for him. Not the year that he has to owe $16K.
2015 was still huge. I was bringing in, 5+ million views a month. The ad revenue on YouTube was ginormously great. I was still making tons of money hand over fist every month just with YouTube videos. And it was because of those false copyright strikes that fucked me over that year, that completely decimated my business and basically put me on a downward spiral financially that I don't know if I'll ever get out of. Because I was at a level where I could afford everything I was doing. And since then, it was just like, shh, and it fucked me over. Okay? At least in regards to YouTube. All right? Okay. Let's continue on.
I can't believe he said that right before the State of the Stream address. Am I disappointed with recent gaming trends? As I answer this, I'm going to turn on the lights. So I'll answer it right now. I am personally, myself, not disappointed. Because gaming is gaming. I like playing the games. I like playing games. I'm happy with what I got to play. I mean, I'm mostly disappointed that we don't get to see sequels to games I like. We don't get to see a new Darkstalkers game. We won't get, hopefully this new No More Heroes game, the Travis Strikes Back game, I hope that sells enough to the point where Suda51 can make No More Heroes 3. I would love that. I would love to see stuff like that, and I'm a little disappointed that we're seeing a push to esports and loot boxes. But the only companies that are pushing that kind of stuff are EA and Activision. Capcom, I mean, they do have a focus on esports, but it's mostly on Street Fighter, which makes sense to me because it's a fucking fighting game. But I like their Resident Evil. I think they're making good decisions there. It's just that the other thing is that I don't know, I'm not really disappointed. I mean, there's things that bum me out in gaming, but I wouldn't say I'm disappointed about it. It's just it's there. I get what I want from it, and that's what matters to me. I hope he makes it to Smash. That'd be awesome.
Dark Ray 117 asks, are you disappointed with the trends of gaming the last few years? Always online, multiplayer, Destiny type games. Fallout 76 turned out to be a major dud and everyone hates it. I mean, am I
Always online hasn't really been in a lot of games. Like, I mean, you don't really have to be online for Red Dead Redemption 2 or any other game, but whatever.
Am I so, overcome with grief about it? No. Some of the trends end up being fun things. Like the Battle Royale trend, I paid no attention to it when it was popular on PC. When it finally hit consoles this last year, honestly, games like PUBG, H1Z1, and now Blackout actually add variety to my streaming content. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, Battle Royale is so upsetting and it ruined everything. You see what I mean?
But let me tell you how Fortnite ruined everything. I wonder why Fortnite wasn't listed. Weird.
Co-op games, I mean, do they hurt the industry with microtransactions? Yes. At the same time, you don't have to even pay attention to them. Games like The Division. Games like, what was the one after that? Was it Ghost Recon Wildlands? I mean, no one talks about that fucking game anymore. Destiny 1 and 2, Fallout 76. These co-op only games that are only fun because you're doing social interactions and camaraderie with your buds as you play them. Does it suck that there's so much focus put on this industry and you've got major studios like Bethesda?
Well, the thing that's kind of dumb about this, in this description, is that video games have always had a multiplayer component. They always have. They always had a co-op component to them. I mean, think about the N64. Like, what was the #1 game other than the Nintendo games that you heard were amazing? Oh, GoldenEye. Everyone loved GoldenEye because they loved the multiplayer of that. So I mean, co-op is natural like thing that people want in games. I mean, you know, there was a period where I was bummed out that we wouldn't get split screen games anymore.
And BioWare only focusing on games like that, yes. But you know what? At the same time we got all that crap going on, we still got good games like God of War, Red Dead 2, Spider-Man. We still have outstanding games coming out. So I don't feel like, oh my god, the whole industry's been destroyed by this greed. So that's a good thing.
Well, you kind of say that it has. I mean, look at what fucking Ubisoft does with their games. They fucking butcher their games. I mean, Assassin's Creed Odyssey could have been a great game. I mean, he even chat on that as well. Oh, it was designed around microtransactions. Like, you have games like that that are sculpted around microtransactions that make you more prone to buying them. And that does disappoint me. And I think like single player only games are fine, but I don't want companies to make single player games just because they make money. Because then you're gonna run the risk of companies making short single player experiences and selling that for $60. You know?
But it could be disheartening when you're a gamer like me who's been around the block, you've been doing that, you know, I've been doing
Oh yeah, I forgot you said that. They want God of War
with all the
$100.
blood, sweat, and tears that people put into gaming to make gaming be realized as an art form now. Video games are art. Oh, the top games are Fortnite and fucking, you know, some shitty Destiny 2 co-op game. It's like, what?
Fortnite. Of course, says to be in a negative connotation. But I don't hear that again.
People put into gaming to make it disheartening when you're a gamer like me who's been around the block, you've been doing that, you know, I've been doing gameplay content for 10 years, and with all the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears that people put into gaming to make gaming be realized as an art form now, video games are art. Oh, the top games are Fortnite and fucking, you know, some shitty Destiny 2 co-op.
Okay. Where to start with this? Where to start? Okay, art form. Is video games art is a question everyone asks themselves. But the reality of it is that it's a very simple question to answer. It depends on the intent of the developer. Some games are designed more to, more with art in mind. Oh man, I'm having deja vu with this. Others are more designed towards gameplay. Like, oh, this is gonna be a gameplay-heavy game. Like, Street Fighter is not fucking art. Street Fighter is Street Fighter. Gears of War, I would not say is art. I would say Gears of War is a third-person shooter that you kill things. But games that, like, try to push the envelope, like, Suda51 kind of does that with his games. Like, if you look at, like, Killer 7, No More Heroes, like, those kind of break the mold of what is expected in a video game. And, like, games like Journey, Flower, and Flow, all these games are artistic in their own way, but it depends on who's making the game and what the intention is. So there's that. So gaming as a whole, I would not consider art, but I would consider the possibility that games can be art. I mean, I think there's a possibility of that. But here you're saying, well, me as a gamer, it's disheartened that we finally get video games as an art. I don't think any gamer that loves playing video games just as a video game sees it as art. I mean, like, it's like going up to fucking a Street Fighter player. I'm like, do you think Street Fighter 5 is art? They're gonna probably say no. You know, sure, there's art that goes into the game, but that doesn't really make it art. Because it's art in a practical term. I mean, art is, as my Ruin said, it is subjective. But, you know, not every game is designed that way. Like, Madden isn't art. Call of Duty is not art. But there are games that can be made with that intention. It just depends on the intent of the developer and what they set out to do. Like, you know, that's kind of how I view it. But, you know, yeah, just like films and books. I mean, there are movies that are made not to be art, and they're just made just to be a fun action flick. You know, they don't do avant-garde cinematography. They don't do abstract metaphors or anything that's abstract with their movies. Like, Avengers Infinity War is not fucking abstract. It's a fucking Avengers movie. Not that it's not good. I mean, it's good, but it's not art. But it all depends on what people come from. But, you know, I don't think gamers from the 80s and 90s saw video games as art. They just saw it as a fun medium to jump into and mess around.
Co-op game. It's like, what? These games that literally are just, they have no substance. They
no
really
substance.
Have no
How do you know they have no substance? And by the way, like Fortnite, he said, oh, you could do all kinds of stuff. You could build, you could do this and that. That sounds like it's a lot of substance to it. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
The only reason that they're popular is because they caught on with kids and viral sensation of kids, right?
Kids, dude.
It is. It could be disheartening, but I try not to let it get to me, and I focus on the positive stuff. You know what I mean? Okay. Shout out, or not shout out, but next question is from.
Next question, dude. If I could forget the plots of 3 games so I could replay them and re-experience them, which would it be? This was a pre-stream question, by the way, but probably Metal Gear Solid 3. Because I mean that game is just fun to experience regardless. What else? Skullgirls, Eliza's story. I mean, I know some of you are gonna say, "Oh, that's a mean answer, Theo," but I can tell you when I played that story mode, I was fucking floored. That story mode, I still think about it. I'm thinking about that story mode every day. The fucking Nier, that's what's on my mind. It was Nier Automata. That I would like to experience as well. But man, I'm telling you, no, fuck it. Okay, Redux. Let's rewind my answer. Rewinding. Fuck it. Throw it out. Okay. Nier Automata. Persona 5. Yeah, that's right. Persona 5, bitch. Persona 5, baby. Oh, perfect. Why is it in the water? MGS3. Why isn't hot? Dovahkiin, get out of here. You're an idiot. You're dumb. You're a dummy, okay? Eliza is hot. She has good tits, she has good thighs, she has a good voice. Yeah. Nope. Wrong.
From Mason Williams. They ask if you could take a pill to make you forget the plot lines of 3 games so you could replay them and experience them again for the first time, what would they be? First one would be BioShock. BioShock, I think the ending, you know, once you figure out what's actually going on, for those who haven't played it, I won't spoil it.
He won't spoil it, by the way.
And if a certain phrase in the game.
Certain phrase. So if the person who watches it never played BioShock 1, and I watched this, they said, oh, if it didn't spoil a certain phrase, kind of tells you the plot twist. Because one of the things in that game you kind of pick up the most is, what do you kindly? And, you know, the point of that phrase is to kind of put a seed in your head. Like, oh, well, get what do you kindly? Oh, you would think much of it, but it would still, they say it to the point where you're gonna remember that line. So that way that plot twist comes into effect. Him telling you this ruins that plot twist completely. So, his intention of not spoiling the game got shot the moment he said that. So good job, DSP. You ruined the game.
It's kind of like this big whoa realization moment. What the fuck? That's really cool, right?
He literally ruined the twist.
So definitely BioShock 1.
You might as well just say it at this
2,
point.
the Mass Effect trilogy, the original trilogy. The reason being because ultimately when the trilogy ended, it wasn't an amazing ending, but when you were playing that trilogy, you thought it would be. And you always had this great expectation that something awesome was coming. You would play the games, it would be a wow, it was so much fun. And it wasn't until the trilogy finally ended that people were kind of like, disheartened because the ending wasn't so great. I personally didn't have issues with the ending, but I didn't love it either. I definitely didn't like that BioWare lied about a lot of the things, like, oh, all your choices in this trilogy will matter in the final game, and none of them actually did. But if you could erase that knowledge that the ending of the third game was going to stink, and replay those games from the start and get that sense of wonder and awe about what you were playing again back, that would be pretty good.
And then get to the third game and be disappointed all over again.
Oh my god, excuse me.
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
The classic Final Fantasies, either 4, 6, or both, because again, those are games that have some of the best gameplay stories I've ever experienced in my life. And the stories are so good and have so many twists and turns, and they're well written, that experiencing those games for the first time is amazing, and you never get that sense back of not knowing what was going to happen. Some honorable mentions, I would definitely say a game like Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain,
not knowing who the origami killer is and trying to guess and piece together the things going on in the game. A game like Until Dawn.
He literally likes Heavy Rain unironically. And it floors me. He thinks the story is that good. He thinks Heavy Rain's story is good.
Same thing. I didn't know what the hell was going on in that game the first run. It was really awesome to play through and kind of figure it out. What was real, what wasn't real. Really cool. Okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, final question.
Final question, okay. The pressure's on. Okay, does anyone else have a real last question? Fuck this question. The fucking question is favorite food and Thanksgiving meal. I mean, that's a fucking dumbass question. Whoa. So, someone ask me a question in chat, I'll answer it. It's gonna be one question, it gotta be a good one, though. If it's bad, you ruined the show. You ruined it. So, no pressure, though. But remember, if your question sucks, you ruined the stream. Come on. Dun, 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 dun. What is your favorite art medium? By DBG. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. I like that one. I would probably say ink. Like this, but better, obviously. This style, I like that medium. I like the medium that Shinkawa uses. I like that kind of stuff. I like 2D art. I'm not a fan of ceramics. Watercolors, I don't really love, but I love the stuff done by pencil, ink, oil. I love oil paint. It's hard as a bitch, but it's kind of fun. Acrylic's pretty good. Acrylic's pretty easy, so I do like that. Do you still got your V card? Gentlemen don't discuss their V card, okay? If YouTube never allowed anyone to monetize any videos, I wonder where Dave would be today. He would be on Twitch. Come on, man. So, that is it for boobs or butts. Ooh, that's a tough one. I always go, but I like both. I like a good boobs, good butt. I always like a good balance of the two. But if I had to pick one over the other, I'd probably pick butt. Maybe I'd be a tit man. I don't know. Is Mixer the future? Probably, maybe. I found more artists on Discord want to be invited to their Discord. Sure, man. As long as it's not fucking weird shit, but if it's good shit, sure. Oh, Angry Crow! Shout out to Angry Crow. Apparently, Caw gets you banned on DSP's Twitch chat, so don't say Caw. Caw's bad. Alright, everyone. I think that is it for my stream. I would like to say thank you all for coming. It's been a good stream. I will stream again Friday. It's going to be a gameplay stream. I don't know if I'm going to do an Elgato gameplay stream or a PS4 remote play kind of deal. But whatever I pick, I'm going to pick it. We'll see when we get there. Because if I do Elgato, I don't think I could get notifications to show up. But if I go through like PS4 remote play, I could get notifications. Because I can't get Elgato to work with OBS. Because I tried and it was awful. It was terrible, so... I will stream again. Don't worry, guys. Thank you guys for coming. It's been a fun stream. Really enjoy the stream. I will see you guys when I see ya. Later. Bye. Oh, and say goodbye to, let me introduce you to a new character I designed. This is the new character, if I could see that. Yeah, I'm still working on it. It's not great. Her name, I don't know yet. I'm thinking giving her like a Russian name, maybe like Nadeshka or Natasha. Natasha. She's a Natasha. There we go. Say hello to Natasha. That's Natasha. So shout out to Natasha for holding it down. You don't mess with Natasha, okay? You don't fuck with Natasha, you don't fuck with you, okay? Sound good? Sound good to me. Later.